So I've been chasing drop pods because we have very little cargo slots left. If you actually look, we only need to buy one more. So yesterday when we went looking for these type of planets, we actually went through so many systems. I think it was about 13 or 14 where we ended up literally in every system buying a Exosuit slot in the starbase and then another one in the anomaly. So we literally got them nearly all maxed. So I had about 4 left, so I've been chasing down these drop pods, and it's not as hard as you think. Because when you did all the quests for the NPCs, well, we bought it from the anomaly as a recipe, as a blueprint, but you actually get them from the NPCs as you do the quests. That's why I was saying yesterday, you know, do them. Absolutely. They help you out a lot. They give you free stuff. So when we get the quests done, they actually give you the scanner upgrades. And once you have the B1, I don't even think you need the A1. I think it's the B1 alone. You can start scanning for drop pods. And that's it. So you just set up the scanner, it's over there in the distance, then you're gonna take your ship and you skedaddle and make your way over there. So let's head, oh, look at my frigate. Oh, this is amazing. I love the way this looks. Yeah, I was able to summon my frigate actually over, which I was really impressed because we were like 4,000 or 5,000 light year jumps away from where our freighter was, and we were able to summon it, which is really awesome. It just literally worked like any other summon. Just put it there in the sky, nothing special. I was really worried we're not going to get access to it being this far away, but it looks amazing from the distance. Seeing all these little frigates around it, and they're not even all of them. We still have to buy so many. So anyway, we're going to go to our last drop pod we ever going to need. Finally, we never have to worry about visiting those vendors and buying those exocraft slots. At night, this planet looks amazing. Look at all the lights. I mean, just have a look at this. This is so beautiful. This planet is amazing looking. Now, it has a bit of a storm going on every now and then, but it's a kind of a fog storm. It comes down heavy like a bit of rain. So the vision is kind of go a little bit blurry, but it doesn't last very long either, so which is really, really good. So it's not extreme weather. Sure, it gets very hot and you need your heat shields, but as you can see, it is considered a dangerously hot fog weather, which is, it's not red, so it's not like that bad. Your shields actually hold. I didn't have to refresh them once. So let's go fix up the very last drop pod. There we go. Upgraded. Nice. This is our exosuit completed. There's nothing more to do with our exosuit, which is amazing. I finally can hoard to my heart content. Like, I love hoarding, so we have finally a lot of room here where we can put all the stackables, and then over here we can finally use a little bit more room to put more of our shields in, because we have still to do some upgrades like these shields here, or these deflectors, which I think are gonna go around here. Gonna have to be added, so we're gonna be really near immune to all these weather conditions. The only downside so far on this planet that I found is these guys, they walk around everywhere, even near my base, and they make the whole screen shake. So whenever you see me walking around here and you see the screen is slightly shaking, that's not me having an aneurysm and my hand is shaking. No, this is this guy over here having an aneurysm on his own. Like, he has the biggest bootay. This is Bootysaurus. When we upload him, we're gonna call him Bootysaurus. It has been said, so it shall be done. Bootysaurus Maximus. Bootysaurus is now officially in the list. You come to this planet, you make sure you give Bootysaurus a nice slap on its big fat juicy booty. The recipes that I unlocked when I was doing all the quests with the NPCs were polyfiber, heat capacitors, and circuit boards. The circuit boards are made from heat capacitors and polyfiber. The circuit boards sell for 960,000 units or something like that. They're like basically nearly 1 million. The polyfiber is only made from 100 cactus flesh and 200 star bulb. The frost crystals, 100 frost crystals and 200 selenium make the heat capacitors. So if you have a farm just making these 4 resources, you basically can start getting a production line in place for circuit boards, which sell for a fortune. So if you can make, like, say 100 circuit boards each time, there's like 100 million, yeah? So the other recipe that we unlocked, which is probably not as profitable, but again, might work really well, but it costs a lot of gamma roots, is making lubricant with gamma roots and fecium, and then making living glass from it together with glass. And glass is only 40 crystals. Now 40 crystals are worth, I think, 46 units or something. So 40 crystals are actually worth more than glass. Glass sells only for 200 units. But living glass, I think I can see the price here. Yeah, I can actually see the price here. So glass is 200 units. Living class is 566,000. So basically for 400 gamma roots, you get 566,000 units. Now the circuit board is 916,000. So the total was 916,000. But still, 900,000, not bad per circuit board. When it comes to other items, I'm sure there's other things you can craft that are worth a lot of money, but these are just the only two that stand out because I learned these recipes through the NPCs and I had to craft certain items for them, so I noticed the prices. If you have any other things that you find are very easy to grow and craft for a good profit, let me know in the comments below. Absolutely appreciate that. Before we're gonna get started with the build, another thing that I was looking at was power, and I don't want to build like a huge battery farm, even though that would look very, very cool, and we're probably gonna do that just for the crack of it anyway. But it seems that there's a power hotspot here, and we actually have a quest for that as well. So if we go to the logs, I think we have an industrial surveying power hotspot. So why don't we have a look through that quest and see if we can find the power hotspot. And then maybe we can build one of those towers, power towers. Oh, is it right here in the crater? That looks so epic if it would. No, I think it's actually slightly past the crater. Just here on this side. Yeah, we're getting very close. Here we go, there we go, there we go. Analyzing hotspot. So let's see if that is one of the... Oh, it's a B potential electromagnetic power. Well, that's not bad. So how does this work now? Let me see. So if we move around, we can see the localized field strength. It goes up, down. That is 73. So 73 is the max, which is right here. So does that mean if we build one of those magnetic towers... Oh, we're out of build range. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... I'm going to just slap a beacon down here and then see where our build range ends, because we are 300 and something away, and I think our build range is 300. So we're still not within build range. So if we're in build range here, we might be able to check if we can... Yeah, look how close we are. There is a way of extending the build range. I don't know how that exactly works, but let's just see. If we build a wall here... Oh, look, we can actually place it way beyond. Okay. But I'm out of build range now. Does that mean... Oh, that's how it works. So if you're in the build zone and you place an item outside the build range, you're gonna be able to... Oh, wow, what are you? Did I scan you yet? You look amazing. Sorry, can I just quickly tame you? Because you look beautiful. Pellets, come on. There we go. Please don't fly away. Oh, yes, look at you. Okay, interact. Extract berries, sure, why not? We got leopard fruit from him. Okay. Oh, he's feeling worried. Oh, no, don't feel worried. That's just the bad weather. Okay, we give the creature pellet to make you feel less hungry. There you go, that's perfect. And give you a little pat. There we go, pat you again. And yeah, you're enjoying the attention, do you? Let's see what you can do. Oh, I'm below ground. Okay, can we not fly? Can we fly? Please tell me we can fly. Oh, maybe he's not able to fly because of the rain. But look how fast he is. That is amazing. That is so cool. Yeah, they're a bit hard to steer. They steer like very big bosses, I guess. It's like when you had your old car, like without power steering. That's what they are like. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you here, and when it stops raining, you have wings. Oh, look at you, you're all excited. We'll see if we can fly. Now, can I craft and build here? Yes, we can. This is amazing. So now, right here on top of that, let's see if we can build ourselves one of those electromagnetic generators. Oh, we need 2 metal plating for that. That is no problem. There we go. And what is this, what we got there? The leopard fruit. That refines. Okay, food refinement is something I have to look at completely separate at some point. So let's see. Gas extractor. Concentrated gas cloud. When using the visor pin, reach the gas cloud and begin construction. And then we're actually gonna build the right thing. So I accidentally built a gas extractor instead of an electromagnetic generator, which confused me. So there we go. Let's place it right down here on top, exactly center of that. Beautiful. And that should generate power now. Generating 216 kp. Okay. Field strength 72%. Okay, we didn't hit the exact center, but that is okay. So can we place multiples of that? I think you can. I've seen people build multiple of that on top of each other. So let's see if we can do that. Do we have enough resources to build another one? Yes, we do. So let's see. We go right above it and then up. There you go. Does that look like it's centered? It actually... That's not bad. It's a little bit offset, but it's not bad at all. Nice. So does that mean we now have two of them? Can we connect them? So I connect this to this. And now together, they're generating 432 kp. That is amazing. And then we can put a couple of them beside each other. But that should hopefully give us enough power to start with. And this is the area we're going to build at. To build a platform to go all the way over here. And I think this would look nice with the mountain here in the distance and the islands and then the open sea or whatever. You know, I think it looks nice. So we're going to build a big square area here first. Place all the biodomes down because I need to see how they connect. Can we build, for example, a biodome on top of another biodome? Or can they directly adjacent to connect? Or do you have to use the corridors? Things like that. We come up with a design that we're happy with. And once we do, we're going to delete everything and then build it properly. So we're going to be messing around first with a big square area I'm going to build here. Now, this is currently connected with a platform all the way over there, which we're going to delete because that looks ugly. I just used it to get actually where I want to be. Now, to get to and from my base, we're going to use this short-range teleporter. Now, this short-range teleporter is paired with a teleporter cable to a teleporter in my base, and it works really fine. Absolutely, you step in and boom, you appear in the teleporter over here. A little bit like that derelict freighter that we saw. The downside is that for some reason, a lot of the things don't render in immediately. They take a second to render in. And the same when I go back, you can see that my save point here is not really fully rendering in until just in a second where it kind of catches up on everything. Let's get rid of all of these planks that we made. Gonna leave the one that I'm standing on. Gonna delete that last. There we go. And then we're also gonna leave a few here for now for my save points. Yeah, we're gonna leave this little L shape here. So there you go. Let's delete that. All right, before we build the proper area we want to build at, let's make a bit of a big square. I would say 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go 3 on either side. And that should probably be enough of an area. So let's go into build mode. And again, I'm not really too worried about the orientation right now of these platforms, if they're going like in the same alignment, because we're going to delete all this again. This is just giving us a little bit of a test area to play around with the biodomes. Okay, so now if we want to build mess around with the biodomes, let's see. Let's place a biodome right here and see what happens when we build another one beside it. Okay, they don't snap, they don't connect. There you go. So theoretically you could do that, but I'm assuming that you can't really get into one from another, and you can just do that if you want 2 levels. Okay, yeah, so we're not going to build on top of each other like that. So once you have a biodome, how do you connect them? I'm assuming you can do corridors, or you can do curved corridors, which is actually really, really cool, because I was going to make like a big round area here. Instead of just using these, I was going to mix that up with timber triangles so that we can basically go straight, straight, triangle, straight, straight, triangle, straight, straight, triangle. So make like a big circle and then preferably be able to put these all around the edges. So that was my plan, and we might be able to do that. So if we connect these corridors... Oh, okay, so that's how they connect. Okay, so we would build a straight piece first. Oh, okay, glass corridors. So let's make a straight corridor first without the glass. So we would have to rotate that exactly where the straight corridor will go, literally straight. We'll worry about that later. So like that. And let me see if I can rotate the building actually with the corridor attached. I don't think I can, but we'll try it out anyway. No, we can't. So it doesn't obviously rotate the other buildings. So, okay, fair enough. Yeah, so we can't attach this corridor. Then we're going to build a round corridor and then attach another biodome. And in between, we can replace these straight lines with T-shaped corridors and have them all meet in the middle. Let's see if that's something we can do. That was a lot of work. You will probably see I make a montage similar to what I do with 7 Days to Die, where I do like montages for big buildings, and we're gonna hopefully end up doing the same here. And I will leave some of the mistakes and the changes in where things didn't work out and I had to undo some things. Now, if I would do it from scratch again, what I would probably do is build a very basic 4x4 place the very first building in the direction I want, and then start working on all the biodomes and the corridors and work putting them all together. Then the next step is probably to delete all the biodomes, because they take up a lot of room for visibility, and then I would start working on the floor. So I found that very helpful, actually, because I did the floor first, and then I realized, oh shit, this did not line up the way I imagined it. I thought I would be able to maybe take a round piece, put a straight piece in between, then around. I thought it would work the same way here, but it seems that the angle of this is a 90-degree angle. Meanwhile, this is a 45-degree angle, what we're doing here. So there is no 45-degree angle corridors. Well, at least not that I know of. Now, we have to power this baby. So the way power will work with this is one connection will power everything. So I only have to connect it to one place, which means my power tower over there, which provides us with 1,000 power, will be able to directly power this. But I want to bring the cable over, not just bring it over and have a floating cable. What I would like to do is build something where it looks like pylons maybe, or something where they go from spot to spot to spot, and you can see like the power line going across the field. Now I know we have items we can build to hide the power. Here, this one, electric cloaking unit, but it's still nice to see like visually, oh, this is where the power is coming from. I don't know, there's something nice about it. All right, I found a solution. It looks a bit weird, but it's something I wanted to try out. So basically, when I was on one of these anomaly planets, I found those glitching separators, and you just pick them up. They were literally floating on the planet like this, and you pick them up. Now, the way they work, that when you place them, is that if you only have one in your inventory at least, you can select it from the build menu. It's here in exotic decorations, planetary glitches, and you start placing it down. Now, once you place down, you can see I can make 40, even though I only have 10 and I only had 4 to begin with. So once you actually place it down, it uses the ones you have in your inventory first, and then it's going to cost you 10 pure ferret per other stone you place down. But all you do is place a couple of extra and then destroy them again to have more in your inventory. Because the problem is, once you have them all out of your inventory, this disappears from your build menu and you can't use it anymore. So always make sure you have at least one. So I'm kind of hiding my power connections in them. Now they do float up and down, so we kind of have to place them a little bit inside the center rather. I was going to put them right there in the middle, but that doesn't make a difference. So we're going to kind of put them in the middle of the stone, and then we're going to connect the cable all the way down from stone to stone. So you can see the power lines basically coming over the mountain, going from block to block. And because you can see the glowing of the block, now it depends how far away you go, obviously. So once you get into a certain distance, of course, things will stop rendering. So you will probably see them slowly disappearing. There we go. We have only 3 more to go, I think. And then what we're going to do is the last one. We're going to hide the connection in the water a little bit. And now we're going to go pretty much connecting to this cable here, which is already underwater. Or, yeah, let's do that. Let's connect to this cable here. And that means everything else will get power as well. And then we're just going to go pretty much underneath the base, hiding away another cable. And this should just magically come up now, I guess. If we can make it come up through the center, that probably would be best, because then we can hide it in the column. Yeah, if we actually go to the center, exactly to the center, and let ourselves drop, here's where we're going to make the connection. Yeah, the cable is actually quite crooked, so the first thing I probably want to do is place what I want to hide the cable in, which is going to be this. Let's delete that, and this is the center. Okay, let's delete that as well. Let's delete that, and that way we have a nice access. Now let's put the pipe in here. I want that exactly in the center, so let me see. Okay, and now I think we can place underneath. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, before we bring the cable up, let's remove the middle block here. There we go. And let's go to the cable. There we go. And now we should be able to bring it all the way up through here without you seeing the cable. Now the cable is a little bit visible underwater, but we're gonna hide that now better as well. We're gonna connect this, go all the way up to the center, and this will be hidden under the base. And then we're gonna put it right here. There we go. And now we have a connection point here, and now we can put this over here, and you can barely see it. And let's go up here and replace this corridor, and then we're gonna have the cross X-shaped corridor. Excellent. And everything has power. You only see this one little cable, but I guess this is okay. And if we want to make it look intentional, what we could do is we could make this as well. There you go. And now it looks like it's intentionally done and identical. Perfect. I had to change the building blocks, and I don't know why that is, but when I tried to put these blocks on other areas, especially below, exactly centered underneath the biodomes, it just wouldn't snap. It just would not let me go underneath. Even when I removed completely all the floorboards, it just would not let me build down. I don't know why this is. This let me build down here perfectly fine, but over here I was only able to build down with these blocks and not with the pipes for some reason. I really don't know why. Maybe if any of you know, that would be appreciated, but otherwise it's not a big deal. I just have to replace the blocks. I just preferred the thinner ones, so I didn't have to use the big ones, but hey ho, it is what it is. Now here's another thing that I just figured out, which was quite helpful. I show you this now. What I want to do is I want to have my cylinders come out from the center of the biodomes, because the biodomes actually are visible underneath the platforms. Problem is to find the center of the biodome, because if you look at this biodome here, which we haven't built anything underneath yet, the center, if you remove it, is not actually showing an obvious center between anything. So what I ended up doing was build the biodome back, and we're gonna go into the biodome that we want to work with. Let's find the center of the biodome. So I'm just gonna go literally approximate center. So I'm gonna pull my cables from here to here. There we go. And now when I delete the biodome, you can see a cross here. And now what we can do is, let's delete the floorboards around it, just so we can see it properly. And now I can take my cylinder, and that doesn't work with the pipe for some reason. Don't ask me why. The first step works with the pipe, but then you can't build downwards with the pipe for some reason. I don't know. So you can't see anything, obviously. So what you do is you press Q to go to the cable, line it up perfectly in the center, then switch to the cylinder and place the cylinder. Now the cylinder is exactly in the center, if you look here. So let's go and remove the cables. So let's go into Edit, and now select the cables, delete, and delete. And now if we go back to the cylinder, we can bring the cylinder down. So let's put these floorboards back to the way they were. I think like this. And now we delete this cylinder. You see the little print here, but that will be underneath or in the floor of the biodome, so you won't be able to see it from the inside. And now we place the biodome back on top. And now if you look underneath, you can see that the cylinder comes out from exactly the center of the biodome. Okay, we have another minor problem. When you go into your biodome, and I only noticed that when I went into one of the ones here in the back, the wood is completely clipping through really, really badly. And I didn't notice that because here the wood was barely visible just around it. But the way a biodome is supposed to look when it's activated is not where you can see the wood around everywhere like this, but it's supposed to look like this, where you can see the lovely water for the plants to grow all the way around. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to raise the biodomes. I have to raise everything, and I'm going to use the actional pillars that we ended up using. And this should be the very last piece. There we go. We have all the legs done. Let's check it out. Excellent. That actually looks like it's being supported now properly. And all the biodomes are being held up as well now. I had to put a bit of a ramp there, and the ramp kind of ended just before the piece of wood, so what I had to do is add some fix on it. So we're going to probably make it look intentional and put it right here as well. Come on, there you go. And that way it doesn't feel so strange. Beautiful. And now it looks like a proper little platform that we can go up on. There we go. Otherwise I would have had to jump in, which is a real pain in the ass, or put another ramp in, which went all the way through. We're gonna have to have a look at the seeds now. Now, I don't have enough of them, so whatever we fill in between episodes, I go to the planets where I have my portals, get more of the resources we need, and just fill in the rooms. But what is more important is we have to figure out the ratio. So basically, some plants take 4 hours, 16 hours, or 1 hour to grow, and then we also have to look at the quantities. So if we look at what we want to grow, we want to grow the resources for polyfiber and the resources for heat capacitors, which then make circuit boards. So if we look at this, it looks very straightforward. It's like cactus flesh 100, star bulb 200. So you would think, okay, let's make 1 room cactus flesh and 1 room star bulb. Now, the problem is that if you look at the actual time it takes to grow, star bramble takes 4 hours to grow, meanwhile cactus flesh takes 16 hours. And we only need 100 cactus flesh to 200 star bramble. Which means we literally would theoretically be able to harvest this 4 times before we can harvest this 1 time. Which then would imply we need 2 rooms for cactus flesh and only 1 room for star bramble. However, I'm not gonna be here every hour or every 4 hours. That's not gonna happen. So what I probably will do is, once this is all running, come here once in the blue moon or once in 24 hours and do the harvest. Which means I can safely ignore the growing time pretty much, because I will not be here more than once within 24 hours, or harvest more than once in 24 hours. So, but if you are very busy and you can get online every hour or every 4 hours to check, then yeah, sure, absolutely. In this case, I would say 2 rooms of cactus flesh and 1 room of star bramble, even though you need more star bramble because you need 200 to 100 cactus, but because cactus takes so long to grow, you basically catch up with that. So I think that's how the ratio works. Now with the other one, it's frostwort and solar vine, and solar vines again is 200 and frostwort is 100, but frostwort takes only 1 hour and solar vine takes 16 hours. However, again, I'm ignoring the growth time because I'm only going to be here once every 24 hours. If I'm here more than once every 24 hours, I'm going to ignore the farm. I'm just going to wait until everything is grown and then just do 1 harvest. I'm not going to optimize this. So in this case, we're going to do 2 rooms for selenium, 1 room for frost crystals, and 1 room for cactus flesh, and 2 rooms for star bramble. I'm going to leave the front room empty. I'm heading down to the left, and the 3 biodomes on the left, I'm gonna put the star bramble in these 2 and the cactus flesh here in this one. Now I don't have enough to fill the whole room. I'm gonna go back to the planets in between episodes and just get a refill where they naturally grow. We'll come here and fill the rooms up. So when we see each other in the next episode, most likely after 24 hours, we will just see exactly how much we get out of every room fully packed. There we go, cactus flesh. And we can only plant 10 anyway. You see some of them, you can see the black fitting, and some there is none. So we still can plant them. We also could plant them here, but they're stairs, so I'm not going to plant in the stairs. Which means we're going to lose a spot, obviously, and any room which doesn't have as many stairs has more. It's just the way it is. Go, so that's 6. And then we have this whole row here, where I have to go and get more pyrite, probably. Yeah, I have to get more pyrite. So let's go into the next room and put the star bramble down in here and in there, but obviously again I won't have enough, so I will fill it in between episodes. Star bramble. And there's no stairs on this side, so we're actually getting more of this anyway. So we might actually not need 2 rooms. We might be able to make the last room half-half. There we go. We actually had enough, so I'm gonna be able to bring the other 2 already over here. And then we're out of star bulb. But we're on a planet with star bulb, so we'll be able to fill that in pretty quickly. Now on the other side, we're going to make the first room frost crystals and the other 2 rooms selenium. So frost crystals go in here. Frostwort, I only can make 3. I probably don't have any dioxide, so we're just gonna put these 3 in here. There we go, yeah. And then we're going to go and bring the solar vines into these 2 biodomes here. We only can plant, what, 8 anyway, so we're not even gonna be able to fill up a single biodome right now. I hope the plants we put down where there is no black tray showing will work. And otherwise I don't know why it's flicking into it. There we go, that's it. And again, the rest I'm gonna fill in between episodes. So there you go, that's how we're gonna divide it. 2 selenium, 2 star bramble, and 1 cactus flesh, and 1 frost crystal. And that is that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. I'm not sure exactly how long or short this episode will be because we have a montage. We have a lot of building problems that we had to solve so that everything looks more natural. And I think it looks nice there in the distance now. And this little hut here, we're gonna keep that for now and deal with destroying and moving later, because right now all this is over there is farming. So we might make a housing area somewhere over there on land and then connect it to here, like through a patio or something. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna build a connection across and like a bridge or something, and then we're gonna look at how we're gonna build a housing area, maybe just on the beach there, and then we can destroy that. But that will be another day. I think in the next episode what we're probably gonna focus on is the mining. So the activated indium mine, so we can make some passive income, make some money. And now that we have the power sorted out and see how that works, we should have no hard time. I think the most difficult part is to find a planet where you have a power hotspot and an activated indium mine hotspot kind of close by. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember to kick that like button in the balls, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And see you guys next time. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.